Here we go then, welcome back to the action at the Women's Series, the first
Qingxin for the ball.
Day of Women's Series darts in 2022. Lisa Ashton the first winner, having taken the title in event 1. And we are into the second round in event 2. Annmarie Potts of Wales about to take on Qingxin Zhao for a place in the last 32. I've just been looking at results from around the board before coming on air for this match, Nigel, and Trina Gulliver beaten, you just informed me of, for the second time.
She took the first leg in that match as well, Trina, but it wasn't to be.
A young Katie Sheldon getting the better of the 10-time world champion. Young Irish talent. We'll see another young Irish talent coming up after this match. Robin Byrne in our last 32 tie, streamed live here on PDC TV against Priscilla Steenberg. Now, like in every game of darts, the players have to bull up to decide who gets the throw.
Bullseye.
That's it. Located by Annmarie Potts. Well, this would be crazy if this went in the bull, wouldn't it?
Oh, can you believe it? They couldn't get anywhere near it previous. Oh, brilliant.
Outside.
Love it, love it, love it.
It's a bit of the game that we don't usually commentate on.
Exactly, but you said
outside.
Surely she can't hit the bull as well, and lo and behold.
I'll go back to talking about results from around the boards while we wait for this one to get underway. Chloe O'Brien 3-1 up against Hayley Brandt. O'Brien, who reached the semi-finals of event 1. We've seen a second victory now for Danielle Fry, who we saw in the first round here on this stream. 4-1 over Louise Pearson. Maria O'Brien, a 4-2 winner against Debbie McBride. Also a second win for Felicia Blay, the sister of Fallon Sherrock. 4-0 against Stephanie Hoingsberg. Lisa Ashton got the better of Rachel Bird 4-0, as you mentioned earlier on.
Yep.
And finally we have a bullseye winner in this one, so the race to 4 legs begins with Annmarie Potts throwing first. Also worth pointing out that Corinne Hammond has been beaten early again by the very, very dangerous Joanne Locke. A 4-3 victory for Locke.
95.
Zhao practising in the background. They've already had plenty of practice starts, haven't they, this pair?
Well, yeah, it was quite extraordinary, and Annmarie Potts off and running with a 95 score. But that was an interesting watch, shall we say. Going for the ball.
44.
It can often be one of the most important darts thrown, and it happens before the referee says game on.
100.
Certainly in a race to 7 legs, to 4 legs rather.
And big moment for both these players, of course, on the live stream. And Qingxin Zhao, who we're about to see here, looked a little bit frustrated when it was thrown for the ball, when they were both throwing for the ball. Just wasn't to be.
30.
And then they both hit it in a remarkable moment. To be fair, Annmarie had a little chuckle with Andrew Davis, our man in charge here.
42.
It's her first appearance at the Women's Series.
61.
Annmarie Potts, she's got a very unorthodox action. Very twisty and turny,
60.
The wrist before releasing the darts. Clearly a proud Welsh woman.
And Qingxin Zhao throws nice and straight with the throw.
83.
It looks good. I just wonder if the nerves are playing a part here.
85.
Because she was all over the place in the early stages of this leg. Some wild darts, has to be said. Goes very high.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of safety in mind sometimes, rather than trying to attack that treble 20.
45.
Maybe so, Chris, yeah. She looks a bit nervous to me as well.
40.
And has played some WDF stuff in the last year or so, but her first appearance here in PDC darts. Potts will return, needing to take out 90 to take
41.
the first leg. Treble 20, the usual route when your opponent's on a finish. I'm sure that was the intention. It's now treble 19 for double 16.
Gets a treble 19.
58 scored, 32.
32 needed, Annmarie, but I'm not going to tell you how.
Yeah, checking with Andrew Davis, our match official.
74.
I find the practicing there, it was almost in sync with the throw of Potts. It was almost like she was mocking her.
Yeah.
It wasn't just getting a practice swing in for herself. Can't go out now, but she will leave tops.
56.
Well, Zhao needed treble 20 really there and went way too high. Annmarie Potts now needs double 8 for the first leg. With the throw.
Eight scored.
Oh dear. So the opportunity is here now for Qingxin Zhao to break the throw with tops, and she has gone high in this game, and that's worked nicely. Well, the amount of time she's thrown high in the single 20, and she hit double 20 at one time, but she's hit double 20 at the perfect time there to break the Annmarie Potts throw. 1-0 she leads here.
60.
Yeah, really good stuff. The double top.
$78.
Stranger was I was searching through the previous tournament, couldn't find a result for Zhao in the first event. I wonder if for some reason she's only entered the second.
61.
Tell you what, she'd be good on a Yorkshire board. If anyone's not familiar with the Yorkshire board, no trebles, so you do throw at doubles.
Yes.
60.
Tops, 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 tops. All day long.
I once played myself in a local Yorkshire board league, and did have someone hit the 120 against me, all three in tops.
30.
I won't say anything about the darts that I threw.
Well, I was just going to ask that. That was the next question, really. But yeah, let's leave it there, shall we?
Very kind.
40.
You know, both players struggling so far. The only really
98.
good department of the game was that dart at tops to win the leg. No problem at all for Zhao.
After this, we're down to the last 32, and our game will be Priscilla Steenbergen against Robin Byrne. Quite looking forward to that one. Very impressed with Robin earlier in the day when we were commentating on her action.
60.
Yeah, Potts did play in the first tournament. She went down 4-1 to Lorraine Winstanley, who we know was in fine form in event one.
No disgrace.
43.
Yeah, Lorraine was fantastic in event one this afternoon.
Reached the semi-finals, then ran into Lisa Ashton. Of course, they went on to take the title.
85.
Alan Sherrick already 3-0 up in her second round match, that against Kirsty Chubb.
81.
Well, this time Zhao's got time on her side. Bit of a pinch in the first leg, but certainly would be deserving of winning this one.
$59.
A little bit disappointed she didn't get a little bit closer to the treble 20 that time. Qingxin Zhao.
104.
2 treble 20s for Annmarie Potts, that's good. Leaves 58 to try and break back if Zhao doesn't go out here. 48 needed. Oh dear. Double 16.
16.
Was that a misfire or a miscount? Double top. Stepping away from the hockey and returning to take aim at that target. And she finds it, sneaks it in the corner and levels up the match at 1 apiece, a break apiece as well.
Yeah, and Zhao will be disappointed about that. Double 16 she needed and only ventured to go towards the 8 section, which was a major disappointment for her. First to 4, we remind you, in the second round. The last 64 here of the Women's Series, Event 2, in Barnsley at the Metrodome, which is where we are this afternoon.
64.
They've got players coming from all around the world. Zhao, of course, from China.
85.
Competing. Players coming from Europe, a couple of German players. We had Czechia's Barbara Hospodarska earlier on.
60.
No Mikuru Suzuki this time around, one of the few winners of Women's Series events. I'm sure we will see her at some point on tour this year.
44.
But if you build it, they will come, and the PDC have built it. 20 event Women's Series with a £100,000 prize fund. A Women's
50.
World Match Play for 8 players to enjoy.
Lisa Ashton already £1,000 better off after that victory in Event 1.
60.
A little bit earlier today. And this game is hard going for both players. It's going to be a case of who holds the nerve. Who can scrape through here.
41.
I think a fair way to put it would be that they're evenly matched, aren't they, in the performances so far. Fallon Sherrick has just finished the job in that match against Kirsty Chubb, 4-1 in the end to Sherrick.
Well, it's a big opportunity, you know, for these two girls. It's a big opportunity for one of these players to get through to the last 32 of the Women's Series, Event 2. So it's a big opportunity for these players.
45.
Yeah, that's where you start picking up cash as well. £50 for the last 32, 100 for the last 16. 250 for the quarterfinals. 41. As you mentioned, Lisa Ashton pocketed £1,000 for winning. Rhiannon Griffiths
11.
600 for runner-up, and there was 400 apiece for the 2 beaten semi-finalists.
Worth coming.
Absolutely.
81.
And Potts has teed up tops.
Yeah, she's done that very nicely indeed. And Zhao just hasn't really got it in her today to cause Annmarie Potts a problem in this leg. Tops needed. Is that a decent marker for Annmarie Potts?
Where's she gone? There she is. Double 10.
35.
Well, lucky for her that Zhao's not in any kind of outshot, but she's left a messy one herself. We saw Carla Boys run into trouble with 5 in the previous match when she missed a big number.
30.
1 for double 2. No problem though for Potts, who now wants double 1.
No score.
She would have been much better missing outside if she was going to miss at all, because she's back for 5 again.
Zhao can be very unpredictable. I think that's another word to use with where she goes around the board.
79.
Well, yeah, from the ridiculous to the sublime in that visit, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Missing treble 19 by such a margin, she hit double 3 and then found treble 20, no problem.
So here we go again, same route for Annmarie. Yes, that time. Gets it for a 2-1 advantage, a shake of the head and a deep breath, as if to say that was hard work. But she has that 2-1 advantage. And now if Annmarie can break Zhao's throw here,
5.
she will be in a great position.
Yeah, it won't be rushed, will she, Annmarie Potts? We've seen going for different targets. She likes to step back and move to different positions on the hockey.
That's a great treble 19 from Annmarie Potts. And now there's pressure on Zhao to find a big number from somewhere.
30.
Only 30 though, and waving towards the single 5 is not good for her game. And a treble 19 works again for Annmarie Potts. A golden opportunity for her to kick on here and break the Zhao throw and then have the darts for the match all of a sudden.
We'll just take this opportunity for those of you who have been with us here at the Women's Series all day to 51. Give you the results from the European Tour this afternoon. A 6-3 win for Christoph Ratajski over Jamie Hughes. Rob Cross, a 6-2 winner against Martijn Kleermaker. Dirk van Dijvenbode beating Darius Labanowska 6-3. Martin Lukeman defying 109 average from Damon Heta to win that one 6-5. Ryan Searle seeing off Vincent van der Voort 6-4. The same scoreline for Dimitri van den Berg against Alan Suter. A 6-4 win as well for Daryl Gurney against Luke Humphries. And Joe Cullen defeated Ricky Evans 6-3. The action resumes at 6 p.m. UK time in the European Tour over on Stream 1.
5.
We should be just about finished by then. I mean this match, not the event.
Oh, Chris, it's a bit harsh. 180 you were saying, see. Annmarie Potts with the lot.
Well, it worked, didn't it?
Yes.
Did the trick, and she did the trick.
Do you know, I forgot it was 6 o'clock UK time when I was plugging it earlier. I was going 7 o'clock. It's borderline, I would suggest, whether we'll be done, but...
Yeah, you were there last week, so you're still on German time.
I am, yes. Tops for Annmarie Potts, 2 legs on the bounce, 3 legs on the bounce. 3-1 she leads here now in Barnsley. And she has the throw now for the match against Qingxin Zhao, who has been a little bit erratic, I think it's fair to say, Chris.
45.
Yep, I think that is very fair indeed. Potts did lose the first leg, but has put things right, has shown what she can do with that 180 in the previous leg. I think it'll be just about a perfect switch over from the Women's Series to the Euro Tour. I think
95.
We're running to end about 6 o'clock here. So a dream for darts fans. When one finishes, another one starts. The likes of Michael van Gerwen, Peter Wright and Johnny Clayton 80. All in action this evening. Of course, no Gerwyn Price because he's had to pull out after that hand injury that saw him withdraw from the Premier League on Thursday night.
100.
Yeah, good time to hit a ton for Annmarie Potts there. Started with a 45, which was poor, but then a 95 and a ton. She's just doing what's needed of her here. And now, one treble would be very welcome indeed, or maybe just a 60. That'll do for this particular stage for Annmarie Potts. She's 152 ahead.
60.
Only 60 for Qingxin Zhao. So she's on 293. Oh, look at this from Annmarie Potts. Steady on now.
She'll be going for another maximum.
She just checked the score with Andrew Davis.
39.
Yeah, did the right thing.
Yes.
Looking for the 177 to add to the roll of big shots. Just keep an eye on another game before this one concludes, as it looks 41. Like it might in a few moments. But Lisa Ashton embroiled in a battle against Joanne Locke. 3-2 to Ashton, that one right now.
Really?
She may stay there. She does stay there. This for the match. And Annmarie Potts gets the job done. She lost the first leg. It was cagey for the first 2 or 3 legs, but then Potts just pulled away and completed a 4-1 victory to book her place in the 3rd round. And we will have some last 32 action in a couple of minutes' time.